like sometimes like there's two lanes to gank.
Hmm.
So it's like I have to like I don't know which one I should prioritize.
Okay. So it has to do with these champions, right?
Right.
So look deeper at these champions, because you know what all of them do. You just have to like apply this to your logic. So you're right. Top lane doesn't matter. You know this is not a scale anyway. If he loses this lane, which he kind of does versus illaoi, because illaoi just punches him in the head. There's nothing you can do about that. Even if you do gank, the second you leave, he'll die again, or he'll get beat up again. He can't stop that. So, looking at mid lane, how does this lane go?
Victor outpushes her, and I think Victor has priority until level 6. I mean, yeah, at level 6, I think
Mhm.
Akali might go in on him.
Mhm.
Until then, I think Victor has priority, so he's probably gonna be pushed up. I mean, Akali like into Akali,
Mhm.
making it an easy game. I think.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. So you have everything you need right there. You just said it. Victor has priority until level 6. So, until level 6, what needs to happen? Akali needs
Uh,
to survive. She can't die. You have to keep Akali alive. It might mean making sure Victor is pressured, and it might mean making sure Warwick doesn't gank. Because after level 6, Akali just shits on Victor. But she has to get that level 6 without being like 0-3. And so from Warwick's point of view, he's going to want to punish Akali before she's level 6. It's the same thing like playing with Kassadin in your game. The the jungler, Kassadin's jungler, is going to want to keep Kassadin safe until he's level 6 and he can then handle himself. And the enemy jungler wants to try to punish Kassadin as much as possible before level 6. Because after level 6, it's just not possible. Same kind of thing here. So your priority mid lane should just be through levels 1 through 6. If you didn't, this is just kind of like a, what's it called? Like a random fact in all your games. Level 6 is 5 minutes and 30 seconds. The wave that comes into lanes at 5 minutes and 30 seconds is usually the wave that gives level 6. So you have until, from like now until 5 minutes and 30 seconds. That's your that's Warwick's time to help his Victor, and so you have to make sure that he doesn't get to do that by either counter ganking or giving Akali vision, whatever. You just have to make sure that she does not get ganked. For your bot lane, it's like, okay, so it's Thresh into Fiddlesticks Tristana. This is really good for you because you guys have Thresh, and he looks like a Thresh main, judging by his name. So if you gank for him, it's gonna be really easy to net a kill. If whoever he hooks, hopefully Fiddle, because Fiddle is just really squishy and has no escape, just an easy kill.
but
Unless
but
like,
like but like
yeah,
should I like prioritize like going mid and like helping Akali, or like going for the fiddle here?
it depends on what's doable and what's not.
So
So
like depending on the wave, like how where
yeah,
they are.
and also where Warwick is, right? Because like I said, you don't need to gank Victor so much as you just need to keep Akali from getting ganked, right? So if you know that
Right.
Warwick is dead or he's in base, you don't need to be mid lane. You don't need to be around there because Akali's not in any immediate danger. You can go bot lane and use your influence there. And conversely, if you know that Warwick is at his wraiths or at his wolves, then you stick around mid lane. And like let's say, wait, where's my pen? Let's say Akali's wave's in the middle, right here.
Right.
Then Warwick has a chance to gank from behind like this or behind like this, depending on what camp he's at, which means you can counter gank that. And then you don't go bot lane. If Akali's wave is over here and Akali's just sitting under her tower, then Warwick isn't going to be able to gank her. So being that she is not in any immediate danger, then you go bot side and path this way. Alright, so start top side here? Yeah, good.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
This is good. Clear this. Also get into the habit of doing this. Okay, right here. look at the bot lane and see who's coming into lane at what time. See how Tristana walked from here, and she's walking into lane a little late? That means that she leashed for Warwick, so you know for a fact that Warwick started bot side here.
That literally can like tell me where he is.
Yeah.
Like,
It'll
like,
tell you
now
where
I
he
know
is, and wait, who's calling me? Fucking. Hold on. Alright, so it'll tell you where he is now, and it'll tell you where he is at 3 minutes. Because he has no choice but to go wolves and then go red buff, and you will know that at 3 minutes he is on this side of the map. He's top side.
So should I be? My objective right now is just to be around mid, whether I'm on top side or bot side of the map, so I can protect the front.
Okay. This is just like analysis, right? So when Warwick's done with his red buff, he's in the river, right? He has two choices. He either goes top lane and ganks Nasus, or he goes mid lane and ganks Akali, right?
Right.
Let's say that illaoi pushes Nasus under his tower, and Nasus is right here. So now what choice does he have? He has to do this. He just has to. Which means, so if let's say you path like this, right, then you're on this side of the map. Now you have two choices. You can either go mid, or you can go bot. Right? If you identify that he cannot gank top lane, that he can't do this, then you can also identify that he only has one other option, and that's this ganker right here. And if you run out of the bush when he ganks, like, you counter gank. Easy. And then you ruin his first gank. And he has to go back and farm or something. I'm not saying to wait here AFK, I'm saying to take Scuttle Crab and just to be in this general area. At least fast. She can rotate.
So yeah, like we see Italy's like clearance speed is quicker here. I think.
Yep.
This has like skill, like I have to get better.
Okay. So look.
So now he's in the river.
Every time at like 2 minutes and 50 seconds, your top laner and your bot like whatever lanes that the jungler is near, the enemy jungler, they have to be careful. This gank from Warwick's top lane is completely telegraphed. If your Nasus had a brain, he does not get ganked here. Because he knows 2 minutes 55 seconds to play back. He should know. But he doesn't know. And he's also a bad player because I just saw him click backwards, so he's dead. And this is really good. Okay, yeah, so we see Warwick top lane, which means this is a free gank. This is really good. Victor's pushed up. Good. Do we get a splash here? We definitely get a splash here. Wait, what is your Akali doing? Nice heal.
Yeah,
just keep autoing. Yeah, auto. Okay, your Akali shouldn't have died there. Look, you have red buff at level 3. Literally, like, your autos do more damage than the rest of your kit. This is a good heal, and then right here, so you miss the spear, doesn't matter. Just keep autoing. Keep dropping autos. So you jump on him, you Q. Do you see that right there? The little, like, microsecond where you clicked here, and then you clicked back over here, instead of just autoing. And I think that got your Akali killed. Because Victor gets to live for another, like, half second. And I think he autoed Akali in that time span. So that's just efficiency, and, like, being faster at your champion.
So when I gank, I should like auto, and then WQ. Like a lot of autos.
If you have red buff, if it's like level 3 and you have red buff, just drop autos.
Yeah, I think this guy like just literally chases me down here.
You have flash. You just jump this wall. Wait. Okay, we kill him. Okay. Okay, again. I don't know if I went over this with you in a VOD or someone else. Okay, so right here, you see these minions?
Yeah.
So where do we want this lane to be for Akali?
Like, well, what I'm thinking is like I push, and then the minions on her side like collapse into the turret, and then it pushes, and then the wave resets the middle.
Okay, but what if you don't clear it? Then what? If you don't kill these 4 minions, what happens is this wave just sits here, in this like squiggly
And dude,
line.
that's exactly what I want.
Yeah. If he sits right here, then Akali gets to play in this box. Which means this is ungankable. Warwick cannot do this. It's not possible. He's not going to dive tower level 3 or level 4. So Akali gets to play in this safe box. And you keep her there for another 30 seconds, another minute. Worth it. And so that being said, you see how you have your jump? you don't even need to entertain. He's full HP, right? And he has a blood scent on you. So you don't even need to entertain like throwing a spear at him or whatever. If you run here, right, sit at this spot, jump the wall, and then just leave. You don't need to entertain this. Right here, turn back, right here. Turn back into cougar form and then jump this wall. Your mechanics need to be fluid. Even if he chases you down. Okay, that was bad. So you know how low you are. And you also know that Nidalee's strengths are, you know, kiting, her speed, her ability to poke from a distance. So you going back for the auto here, look, this is good. That one is bad. You have to keep, like, Warwick has this, like, range around him of things he can, like, hit and stuff. And if you include flash, it's like this, right? When you go back for this auto, you go way too close to him. Because if you're standing over here right now, and if he flashes over here, if he flashes to this spot right over here, fuck, change colors. If he flashes over here, then you'll have enough time to just make a reaction flash over there, and then kite him out. Because look, now that he can just flash Q on top of you, you don't have a reaction time. You can't, like, you just don't have a chance to flash. And you still have flash. You can get away. This is easy. Don't turn and fight him. Like, you have to keep this... What the fuck is those circles? You have to keep this, like, distance between you and him. Alright. So you end up getting his flash. And these are all just, like, micro, like, little mechanics. Just being, like, fluid at your champion. It's the difference between seeing, like, I don't know, let's take Elise, for example. If you look at Peanuts Elise, or Cuz, his Elise, their mechanics and their combos are so fast, and it's so, like, perfect frame by frame animation canceling. You want to try to strive for that. Alright, so you see where this wave ends up being?
Yeah, because I pushed it.
Yeah,
so.
this is exactly what we want to avoid. Because if Warwick had a brain, right, he would just run, like, instead of doing whatever the fuck he's doing right now, he would just run from the back and gank Akali. Akali gets put in a bad place. This jungle rat is kind of like ghetto. Counter jungle him, not that bad of an idea. Like, okay, so normally going from like all the way over here, your rates to his Krugs, do you see like the distance you're traveling?
So it's not worth it.
Yeah, like this distance from like here all the way up over here, it's not as worth it. Like, since you're Nidalee, you don't take that much of like a, what's the word? Like a beating for it, I guess, for lack of a better word. The only time you want to clear Krugs of the enemy jungle, if you can like you can do his rates and then his Krugs and then just like clear everything. You don't want to cross map for one camp. It's not worth it. Okay, so he takes that.
So I should be
Okay.
playing around mid.
Yeah, so
But
right
we
here.
see vision. So we have vision on Warwick.
Yeah,
so
you
now
know
I
exactly
can go
where he
bot.
is, and you know that you took his Krugs. If you hit tab, if you're watching his CS, right? If you've been watching his CS since this time,
He
you
did
would
almost
know.
like a full clear.
Yeah, he did. He took his rates. You should know that. So, that being said, he's going to see this and he's just going to back. So he's going to back, and around at like, it's going to take him 8 seconds for the back, so he's going to be in base until like 5:20. It takes 30 seconds to run out to bot lane, because that's where he's going to go. So he's going to get to bot lane at like 5:50. Maybe a little less if Blood Scent is on. Or if he gets boots or something. He backs now, he'll get to base at 580. I mean 520. Okay. This is fine. Okay, this is good. Nice. Nice. You should die here. Yeah, good, great. This is really good. Yep, and you this is your word? Yes, okay. So, do you see the time? He got here 10 seconds after I said he would, and we can call this his entire movements from just him being up here on a ward. and we can call his movements for the next 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we know he's gonna come bot lane. We know that it takes about it takes like 20 to 30 seconds to run from base back into your jungle around like this place. That takes 25 to 30 seconds depending on like if you have Moby boots or not. Backing takes 8 seconds, so round it up to 10. That's like a 40 seconds. You know what he's gonna do. And so now we know he's here, and you did take his Gromp, so this is really good. Yeah, this is good. You see him again. Okay, take this. Okay. If he goes for this, you can punish him. No, but he shows right here. Change direct. Yeah, good. Change direction. Run bot lane. Good. Thresh doesn't have flow. Oh my god! Please kill this guy. Okay, unlucky. Persona got here. Wow, that guy's literally inting. Okay. So, see how your blue buff is up?
Oh, yeah.
Because you started it?
But Warwick died, so like, should I?
Yeah, this. What? Like, your both sides jungle camps, like, first buffs spawn at the same time, right? So you took this, he took this, so his blue buff is definitely up. Plus, I think you have a warded. I think these are your wards. Yeah. So, like, an option would be to counter jungle him, but you didn't. Like, it's fine. It's fine in this scenario. Being that your laners weren't there to back you up if something went wrong. It would be like a ballsy play to go for it. Not as ballsy. I don't know how to word it. Like, it would be a calculated risk. We'll say that. But not going for it and just going to, like, opting to back and clear, that's fine too. This is really good. We're here. She has no mana. She's very dead. She just has no mana. Yeah, if she flashed, she would be actually trolling. Okay, you see how Warwick's bot side? They pinged. Wait, do you ever get vision up? Let me change this. Okay. Wait, back again. Okay, so you catch vision of him, because this is from your point of view. You catch vision of him, so you know where he is, right? You also know that your red buff is spawning, therefore his red buff is spawning, right? You're already on top side of the map. You have your blue buff. You know where he is, and then there's a slight glimpse of him where he's like running by here, and this vision right here catches him. So we know where he is. We know what side of the map he's on. This unnecessary. This unnecessary. Right now, yep, beeline into his jungle. Oh yeah, we get more vision of him. This is yeah. He's sec. Yep. Okay, this is fine. Since we know where he is, taking all 3 camps here, it's doable, and it's just really good for us. Take this, hop the wall. Oh, go back. You don't need to kill the little ones, by the way. It takes it takes a while to kill the little ones. The little Krugs. Let's like leave them. Doesn't matter. Also, for future reference, I think it might be better to go what buff? A red buff into like Wraith Camp or something, or red buff into Krugs, because this camp is the most valuable out of these 3, right?
Right.
So you want to like try to secure the valuable one first, secure the big one, big red, and then I don't know. You have the option of Krugs or Wraiths, depending on which one you want to do. It's just preference.
I think I got Warwick like.
Yeah, Warwick shows up. There he is. So you're forced to leave this. You try to run mid lane. It's not a bad play, but oof, it went pretty badly. Okay. So you know that he saw you, right?
Right.
So
he's around.
yeah. So he not so like because Warwick is right here, right? But not only that, he saw you. He saw you, which means that this gank, Victor knows. Victor knows it's coming. Not only does Victor know it's coming, he knows it's coming too, Warwick. So we can assume that this Warwick is just gonna run you down, right? Let's see if he gets vision. If you get vision, I mean. And you see how Victor's running up? Like, okay, there are a lot of factors here. This bitch is half HP. She's way over here. Victor's already running up, and you have Victor right here, and Warwick is somewhere in this area, and he also has a blood scent, so you can catch up pretty fast. That being said, like, going for this gank is a bad idea given the current situation. Because you see how you're 2 levels on this Warwick? This is going to put him back into the game. This gank shouldn't have happened. You should like be able to identify that like they know you're coming. And also Warwick is set up for like a counter gank. So you see, you were 2 levels on him because you stole his camps and all that good stuff, but then it went back into, like, not totally back into his favor, but a little bit. What the fuck is that box? Alright, we see him in our jungle. Okay, we know where he is. We also saw that he didn't have his red buff yet, which means he needs to go back and take that. So he's going to be on top side for the next 15 seconds. So you beeline. Please dive this guy. Look, pay attention. Look at this, look at this. If you sit right here and you throw 3 spears or 4 spears, one of them is going to hit eventually. And if they don't, I mean, you can just jump in and eat him one time and he's going to die because of your Luden's proc. Doing this camp, like, prioritize here. Gromp or kill. Because you know Warwick isn't here. Now you coming over, like, okay, you come over now, right? The problem now is that this wave is here, as opposed to being here. When it's at their tower, then they're forced to play in, like, they're forced to play here. The enemy team is forced to play in this little box, where you can just shoot them whenever you want. When it's not in that box, they get to play in this box, where it's like infinitely harder. So you have these 2 boxes, and you have the choice in like which one you want to force them in. And now here, you're not gonna be able to do anything here. And then you had to leave.
Yeah, I have to work on my like W jumping mechanics a little while.
That's fine. That's just mechanics. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so you also see this guy now because of your wards. These are good wards, by the way. Like, so these are the kind of wards that's like all you need. So, like, we've been able to basically, like, I can turn Fog of War on or off for him. It doesn't really matter because we know where he is at like all stages of the game because he's just walking over wards and stuff, and he doesn't know it.
I could be ganking mid here. Or
Yeah, I was about to say, so right here, you could gank mid, yeah. Or you could go bot lane, because we know that Warwick path like this, right? We know that, and you also took his Gromp. At least our bot lane didn't die. Oh, and then he's at dragon, okay. Okay, so you wait here for the gank, this is fine. This is actually really good. Wait, where are you going? Wait, no, Tristan is this way. Look. These guys are on your turret, right?
right.
You know that Warwick is over here, and since this is a 3v2, you guys should be able to kill this bitch before Warwick even gets near you guys. So, if you and Thresh, like, you guys have the perfect walk around. If you guys walk down the river like this, through here, these 2, at least one of them should go down here. At least one. There's no reason to chase for this, because now that you've shown yourself up here, you don't get to get this kill in bot lane. Not only that, your Misfortune dies for no reason. Like, Warwick dying here is irrelevant. Warwick he's not a factor in this decision. This is more important than Warwick. This is prioritizing. These 2 guys, they should not be able to push up to your tower with no respect and then just walk away. Like, taking his jungle is good if this wasn't happening bot lane. Like, look, even now, she should die here. She should 100% die here. So her infil 6 get out scot-free and your MF ends up dying. So, like, at the end of the day, it's Warwick for MF, but MF matters more. and you would have gotten 2 kills in bot lane. Top side, okay. Yeah, and like I said, this Nasus is 1 in 3. Eventually he'll stop dying. There's nothing you can do. It is what it is. How many stacks is he at? 147. Okay, not bad. Yeah, rip. Anyway. Don't try to do this. Yikes. Okay. At least you cleaned up the kill. Okay, not bad. Like, if you try to gank a losing lane like that, what happens more often than not, if let's say that Nasus wasn't able to do that much damage, and you ended up getting there, she'd just kill you both. Illaoi's that kind of champion. Illaoi, Renekton, they have no problem 1v2ing. And since you show top lane, this guy goes for dragon, okay. Push in lane, that's good. Okay, through here, take his camps. Okay. And also, like in my opinion, if you have the option between choosing Krugs or Wraith Camp, choose Wraith Camp. Reason being is because it's more central to the map. Like, it's a lot easier to go Wraith Camp into mid lane than it is to go Krugs into mid lane.
Yeah, it's more efficient.
Yeah. Like, it's just like prioritizing wolves over Gromp. Ouch. Big ouch. Wow, okay, they're retarded. Yeah, so you end up getting his entire jungle here, which is really good.
Yeah, I have to work on another mechanic thing. I think I'm literally just not gonna like right now. I'm gonna work on like not mechanics, like jumping over like these walls because like they're
Yeah,
just
go into like a practice tool game, and then just like spam jump walls that you have trouble with, and turn the cooldown thing on so you can just do it over and over and over again. Because there is like a certain art to it, I guess. Like, this is the wall, right? You're gonna have to stand like right there. If you stand literally in any other spot, here, it won't work. You have to stand.
because it's too thick. Like it's
Yeah,
too...
it's gonna be too thick. You have to stand like at the absolute shortest range. So like for this mid lane wall, it would be like it would be this spot right here. This is like the absolute shortest range. And for Nidalee's jump, it's harder than like most because what's it called? Her jump is smaller.
The first thing I do, I heal.
Yep, you heal, kill her. Yeah, I think she's gonna die regardless there. At least you get the kill. Fine. His rep buff is spawning. Okay. Yeah, so here we push it out. Here, it's important to push the lane out, and here's why. I'll show you. So you see where these minions are? They're already under tower. If you leave them here, what ends up happening is that these minions, these 6 minions, they spend, I don't know, 10 to 15 seconds autoing these minions, right?
Right.
And so, once this next wave pulls up, it's going to end up pushing into her tower again. Or no, my bad. Next wave pulls up, this minion wave will have stacked over here. And so the next minion wave will end up being, let me make this in a more visible side. So your minion wave will be here, their minion wave will be here, and then the next wave pulls up, and then you guys have like, I don't know, another wave over here, and their minion wave is way over here. Change colors, fucker. Their minion wave is way over here, so it ends up pushing towards them. Every time that you have minions under a tower like this, you gotta clear them. After a gank, I mean. These need to be cleared. These need to be cleared. If the tower's hitting them, you need to kill them. If it's not hitting them, then you're fine. You see Warwick topside? Okay. Okay, you're here. I was gonna say you should be here, and then you're already here. That's good. Okay. I think Thresh is dead, unless he... Where's your Akali? Oh, he's talking. He's trolling. Alright, good positioning there. Like, what's the word? Okay, so, like, the move to be bot lane when you needed to be was good, but the turn of events was bad.
Also, like, I ran past Raves here. I should have taken Raves, like, right now. Like, I'm like...
Honestly, I'd say you should stay bot lane with your Thresh until these guys have left. Because they might try to siege the tower. Like, okay, if they see you up here, then they can do a simple numbers game. You guys have one top lane, you guys have one in the mid lane, and then you guys have Nidalee in. They'll know that you're top side, right? Let's say you walk over ward. They know that this guy's dead, so all his bot lane is this Thresh. He's alone, which means they'll just dive him. So you want to be here to just kind of like
One of those things I didn't get punished for, but like I.
yeah, like you wouldn't. Yeah, so if this was in like a I don't know diamond game, they count the cooldown flash probably maybe. They know his flash is down. They know this guy's down. Let's say if there's a ward right here, if there was a ward there, they know where you are. They know where Nasus was, and they saw him backing. They know where Akali is, so they just dive him and kill him. Nice kill. That was good. She overextended. Warwick's bot lane. Warwick's still bot lane. Okay, we counter jungle him more. This is fine. Yeah, so this is one. This is like I think it was with you. I'm not even sure. So like so Warwick spends his time bot lane, and he gets 0, right? So he did something and he got nothing for it. Meanwhile, you're taking something from him, and you're definitely getting something from it. This is tangible. You can definitely like this is you got this 100%. He tried to make a play bot lane that was kind of shady in the first place because of the positioning of his bot lane, and it didn't pan out. Which means you come out on top here. What are the levels? It's 12 to 9. Yeah, this is huge. This is a huge level discrepancy. Play. Nice.
Oh, give me a sec. Hello? See? See? Gimana kita dah bangun? Give me a second. I have to like do something. Take 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Right, I'm back.
Alright, welcome back.
So from now on, I should like basically just be playing the team fights as like an AD carry, just queuing, finding the right moment to go in, things like that.
Like yeah. Because from like the first VOD review, you're like counter jungling and your awareness definitely like it definitely went up. Being that like even if you just look at this game, you're level 12 and he just hit level 10, and you are like I don't know 1/4 of level 12. You're a solid 2.25 of a level on him, which is huge. Not to mention you just had a lot more map pressure. Now it's just like yeah, team fighting, looking for things. Fiddle ulting? Yeah, if you make it here, you guys win this so hard. She W'd in. Holy wait, no wait, allow us to fuck this. Kill her. Nice, good. Okay, this one as good as it could have gone, I guess, with the Illaoi showing up. If you can kill him, would be cool. Okay, early.
Yeah, I have to like get better at my Zanya's timing.
Yeah, this is just like a learned mechanic, the Jonia's thing. Alright, so you see this Jonia's? Right here is where you throw it. If you throw it right now, by the time it gets to him, it will kill him. Oof. Oh no, I was early too. Fuck. In any case, did he do that with yeah, Hourglass. Okay, so it's not gonna be a constant thing. And this is Ocean Drake, so your team should be able to get this Ocean Drake if they spawn and come right to it.
Yeah, shouldn't be taking fights with like the level 13 Victor.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So it's just like understanding what the like you are really fed, but this is not your fight. He's a duelist, right? So there's a difference between like what Nidalee is good at and what Victor is good at. Victor is very good at just dueling someone or team fights. Nidalee is really good at poking and just like being like really annoying in like in a slippery way, right? So Nidalee will be like really annoying, a pain in the ass to deal with, but you can't catch her. That's the idea. Doing this, the only time that this, like, oh, say, as soon as you hit the spear, you would do like 100 damage to him. Right here should be the red flag where you just go, no, not doable. Because if your spear only does 200, the rest of your kit will probably chunk him down to like right here, maybe 500 HP left. Not killable. The only time you can do something like this is if they're like an 80 carry, or if they're fiddlesticks. If they have this much HP, it's not possible. If you hit your spear on them and they get chunked from full HP to like here, then it's doable. If your spear alone does half their HP, it's fine. Then you can do this. Yeah, that was just not a fight that was possible. Instead of doing that, you should have been on this dragon with your bot lane. Because there's no reason to be topside. There's like, okay, dragon was spawning, and then you went from mid lane all the way up over here. There's no reason to be there. Because the objective's on the other side of the map. So they end up getting dragon for free. Did you get that? Oh. Nice. Your nasus is 1 in 7. Rest in peace, so I don't play nasus. Yeah, this game looks like a loss. You played well, but this nasus picks nasus and he doesn't know how to play the champion, so it is what it is. Yeah, your spears aren't doing any damage to Victor. Holy shit, he's so tanky.
Yeah, I should have like gone for better ganks. You know, just like like focus like I should like get better at strategizing my game plan before the game and then executing it.
And also identifying when you can and cannot gank, right? So the rest of this game, I'm assuming it just goes on. Like the key points is minutes 1 through 15, right? So this goes on. Yeah, so at this point, since 24 minutes, you just kind of have to run around as like a 5-man, and hopefully Thresh can get a pick somewhere. Yeah, this is just more posturing. Okay.
It's about like positioning, basically. Mid game is like all about positioning and where you are.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Just
that's like every part of the game. But like what
Yeah.
what I mean is like the team fighting. Yeah.
So this like would have gone in your favor, but so
Yeah, like if I made some more gang spot, like knew about the Akali, knew how I had to protect, like that thing you brought up, like about the Akali and I had to protect her before level,
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, before
like,
level 6 minutes, 5:30, 5 minutes
So
30
I had
seconds.
I had to apply that, and I didn't know that. So like that's like I had to protect.
And like this lane dynamic is just for this specific one. So if you replace Akali with I don't know, Kassadin, then it's going to be the same kind of lane dynamic. If you replace Akali with Orianna, it is no longer the same lane dynamic. It's different. But like the pattern is there. The pattern doesn't change, only like little specific details change, but it doesn't matter because the overall pattern is the same. Also, illaoi is a bitch champion. I fucking hate this champion so much. So stupid. Fuck, like unkillable, 10,000 damage, everything. This air drake doesn't really matter. Yeah, fuck.
Oh, another thing, like, well, I don't think, well, like, should I when you say about like the Krugs, you know, you meant leaving the little ones, like the really small ones, or like the medium ones?
Like okay, so when you're counter jungling, you just want to deny the camp, right, from the enemy. Killing, so each one gives you like 10, I'm pretty sure. The only ones, so there's like this one, the little one, or medium one, I guess, and then the really big one, right? Take the big one, take the little one, and then just leave. The other ones just don't matter. Like, the time invested in killing the 2 little ones, or the 2 medium ones, and then the 4 little ones.
It's not efficient.
Yeah, like, these 4, unless you're playing like Shyvana or something, these 4, you just don't need them. Fuck them. If it's your jungler, sure, clear them. Or if you have the extra time, sure, clear them. But typically, when you're counter jungling, you want to be in and out as fast as possible by getting like the most for your time, right? Taking these 2, when you take both of these, it resets the entire camp, so he doesn't get anything, and you don't waste time killing these 6 extra minions.
Wait, in that case, should I just take like 1, if I or like?
So if you take, so there's 2, right? If you take just the big one, then the camp doesn't reset. What ends up happening is there'll just be a, there will just be a little one just sitting here. If you take both the big one and the little one, there'll be like 2 medium ones. Sorry. Yeah, there'll be 2 medium ones just sitting here. After like 10 seconds, they reset and they go into the woods. The camp just goes on cooldown.
And you want it to reset?
Yeah, you want it. Or, yeah, sure. You can leave the little one. Doesn't matter. The point is you just want to be in and out as fast as possible. You don't want to spend extra time clearing a Krug camp.
Right.
So you can just take the big one, or you can take the big one, little one. Either one. Doesn't matter. But spending like the extra... Because taking the big one for Nidalee takes 5 seconds. Taking every other minion takes another 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So just like, from efficiency, you don't need it. You don't need the gold.
You gotta work on Nidalee's strengths. Like,
yeah. Yeah, like, because you don't need this gold. This extra 40, 50 gold, 60 gold, you don't need it. The reason you're counter jungling is not to get his gold. It's to make sure that he doesn't get his gold. Like, I don't know, in games where you do not have this idiot top laner just running it down top lane, this game probably would have been won. Or let's say if you applied this, like, counter jungling, this, like, style of jungling that you did this game into your other games, you're gonna have a lead on them every time, and you have to understand that the reason you're taking his camps, it's not, like, sure, it benefits you, but it's less that it benefits you, and more that he doesn't get them.
Right.
Because when you deny camps, it's huge. Yeah, this game goes on for a little bit. Looks like they get a... No, you guys get a pick. Okay, wait, you guys get 2 picks, 3 picks. Your MF died. And Warwick gets here, Akali dead, Thresh dead. Yeah, game over.
We can stop it right now. Like I think we went over because like, or do you wanna?
I mean, that's basically it. Like I said, minutes 1 through 15. If you're watching like a replay or anything, just look at minutes 1 through 15. That's where jungle is the most impactful. There are minor things like this, where you should have killed them before. Like, there are lots of opportunities for you to not... So, like, you did get fed through good play, but you could have been more fed. You could have gone, like, further. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, more perfect gameplay, which is, like, what
yeah.
I'm striving for. I just have to, like, get better at my mechanics and the practice tool and do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, all that stuff.